pleasant good day. A question was asked, how can I fix my credit score in order for me to get a better mortgage to purchase my dream home? My name is Corey Toppin here from findpropertiesintt, Toppin's Real Estate Services. I want to paint a two scenario situation for one to fix their credit score. A matter of fact, for one to change your lifestyle spending habits in order to fix the credit score. But first, I just want to mention that I did a video with TransUnion. That's the name of the company, that's the name of the agency that collects data, financial data from different banks, institutions, hire purchases, you name it. They have all of that data. TransUnion collect that information and have a history of your spending habits, and if you are delinquents, they also have that history. So when it's time for you to purchase a property, the banks request that information so they can make a decision whether if it's to give you a mortgage, whether if it's to give you a mortgage with a high interest rate, because some of us might be a delinquent in paying off our loans, or whether if they reject us altogether, right? So banks and mortgage finances use TransUnion as a crutch or as a guide to make the decisions moving forward, right? So one of the things that I want to mention here is this. TransUnion have a credit score grading from 150, which is the lowest, to 850, which is the highest. From between 150 to 600, you have a grade, and that grade is F, right? And between 601 to 657, you have a grade D. 658 to 719, you have a grade C, right? And the next grade is between 720 to 780, a grade B, and 781 to 850, a grade A. So they will judge you based on your spending habits, based on your paying back on loans on time. They are going to judge you how much loans that you have, if you are delinquent, etc. They are going to grade you based on these scores, right? Now, the beauty about this, the higher the score is better for you. One, that you now can take your credit score and negotiate with these financial institutions, mortgage financial institutions, and try to negotiate a lower interest rate which could work in your favor, so you could get more money to purchase the dream home that you have. But the flip side on that, in that end, is that if you have a negative score, if you have a very low score, let's say between 150 to 600, that means chances is the mortgage finance may blank you, and in local parlance, as we say, or they may able to say, all right, you know what, let me still try and give this person the opportunity, and they give you the mortgage, but with a very high interest rate, sometimes 7, 8, or 9% interest rate. That means you have to pay the bank more over the period of time, and that also means that if you was probably qualified to have a, let me say for $1 million, all right, I'm just using, just thinking about it as I'm speaking here, right, but your credit score is very bad. That means you may able to be qualified to 500,000, right, because the bank now compound an interest rate on you, and you know who will be benefiting in the long run? The bank. So this is something that we may take to consideration as we move forward. So how can one fix their credit score, right? Or how can one improve their lifestyle in order for the credit score to be fixed? Let me paint, as I mentioned, scenario number one. We have the two scenarios that I mentioned before, right? We have scenario number one. We have Michael. Imagine a person named Michael. He don't like to spend at all. He don't borrow. He don't spend no black cent, right? He saving money to buy a car. He saved his money to travel. He saved his money for his tuition. He saved his money, some of his money, to go into the bank. This is scenario number one. But here it is now, Michael decided now, hey, well, I need to purchase a home one day, and I can't save for so long to purchase 1.5, 1.2, 1.7 million dollars. So he decided, I will go to the mortgage finance. All right. And before he decided to go there, someone tell him about credit TransUnion, right? But he still went to the bank. And when he went to the bank now, they qualify him for about 800,000. The man have an excellent job, but he stoops. So he couldn't understand. Here it is now, I don't have no debts whatsoever. But here it is now, they give me a low score of this figure, what it is I should do. So he went and talked to his friend. The friend said, but you had not to go TransUnion first. So he went by TransUnion. And TransUnion is saying this, Michael, we have no record of you borrowing any money, no record of you spending any money, no type of record, no kind of financial record or database or anything about you. A matter of fact, your name not even in his system, because Michael does work hard, he does save his money, and then he does buy his items. So credit TransUnion say, here what, Michael, in order for you to fix your credit score in this area, you're not bad enough. Borrow a small loan. A matter of fact, borrow a Christmas loan coming up here, and make sure you pay it back on time, and even better yet, before time. So that might be hard for Michael. So that is scenario number one. So Michael get turned down, or he probably may get a low credit score between a D or a C, right? Because he have no kind of history. Imagine that, right? So you have to borrow in order for the banks and them to know they have the confidence to give you the mortgage. The second scenario is this, and this could, thinking about it, the second scenario, or you put it on the comments if you find yourself in this category, or even put it in the comments if you're in Michael's category. We have a lady named Michelle. Michelle loves to spend. She loves to spend. She loves to spend. She does work hard, and as she work hard, you know, she like to buy the shoes. She like to buy the clothes. A matter of fact, she have a car loan, right? She also have 2 credit cards payments to make. She also have something for hire purchase, and she's also paying for a rent of $3,500 per month, and she have a small loan in Eastern Credit Union. So she considering purchasing a home. But here is the situation now. She know about TransUnion. She know that she is in debt. That's right. And she delay, dance, until one day she turned around and said, you know what? Let me go and check out my score. And she went into TransUnion. She husband come home and say, Mish, what happened to you? She depressed. She angered. She want to cry. You know, she didn't even want to look at her credit score. And better yet, she didn't even want to tell her husband about the credit score. Because Michelle is in serious debt. Right? Michelle have a spending habit. And what the situation here now, her husband give her some money together with her money, and say, here we're going. I want to go to the City Mall, go into the bank, and put that money in the bank so the standing order may able to go to all these institutions to pay off whatever loans that she had that I mentioned before. And Michelle went into the bank, and she started to hear the soca parang. She started to see the furnitures. She started to see all the curtains. She passed through by Mickles, and you know, she saw the blue purse that could match her blue shoes and her blue dress. I don't know much about style, but what you could think about it, ladies. And you know what she told her? She said, here we're going. I will pay for that after Christmas, yes? You see this Christmas season and all the things that they have here? And she, without a doubt, without thinking, she went into more debt, right? You know, all these furniture stores, I'm saying, pay nothing down. but Michelle cannot control her financial habits and she gets herself into more debts. Right? It is sad. It is sad. So the question is, how can we fix our credit score? You see? Or should we say, how shall we fix our lifestyle? I think that's the better way of saying it in order for us to really move forward. Right? So one of the things that we must do, right? Uh, we have to fix our credit score. We have to fix our credit score, and I'm going to show you how on the computer that we be able to do so. Right? Okay, here it is. We are dealing with scenario number 2. We are dealing with Michelle, and Michelle have a bad credit score. She have a bad spending habit, and she's trying her best to fix her credit score. So she decided to have a coach or some mentor to help her through this process in order for her to break that spending habit. Currently, she have a couple of loan payments. She have a vehicular loan. She have credit card loan number 1 and number 2. Over on this side here, she have a furniture hire purchase and credit union payment as well. When we come back over on this side here, I just want to say something. I'm not a Excel's expert. I'm not a financial advisor. Uh, over the years listening to videos and watching different tutorials and business advisors have took the initiative and their recommendation in order for one could to pay off the loan much quicker and much faster. So let's deal with this as we go along. She have a vehicular loan of 7 years loan, which is 84 months, and her total loan payment is $210,000. Her monthly installment is 2,500, and she have different batches of payments that we'll explain along the way. Example, batch 1 payment of 10 months of 2,500 is 25,000, and with batch 1 payments, she religiously is making payment on this particular loan as well as the credit card loan, credit card 1 and 2, also the furniture loan and the credit union loan too. Everyone she religiously is paying everyone on time every month, and but we are for this examples we just batching out the loans, and in this case the batch of this payment is 10 months, just like the rest of them is 10 months. All right. Let us move forward. Also, she have a credit card number 1. She had maxed out her credit card payments here of $10,000. Right. The bank is required that Michelle pay a minimum of 3% per month. Right. And 3% of 10,000 is $300. So within the batch payment of 10 months of 300, Michelle have paid $3,000 back to the bank without using a credit card again. She's committed in making these payments. Alright, same thing apply for credit card number 2. Minimum payment is 3% per month. She had maxed out her credit card of 12,000. Minimum payment of 3% of 12,000 is $360. We're moving forward to her furniture store. It's going for 3 years or 36 months. She took out a refrigerator and a stove on hire purchase. The total is 20,000. Her monthly installment is $555. Again, the batch payment, number 1 batch payment of 10 months of $555. She have paid $5,550. The credit card union, she took out a loan for 1 year, right, or 12 months, and the loan payment is 6,000. Her minimum monthly payment is 500 per month. 500 by 12 months is 6,000, and and she and uh, well, her minimum payment for the loan is 500. Now Michelle decided no, this will take forever to pay. Want to find a way how it is I could reduce my loan payments, how it without putting additional stress on my body, without working long hours, how could I commit myself in paying off this loan? And she decided to have a wise idea, and she decided that if I used to work for 1 hour or 2 hours per month and gain an additional $100 and put it towards the lowest uh, loan amount, which is the credit card union loan amount, is it possible that I can pay off the loan much faster with an additional 100, and then now once I finish pay off that loan, I will take the credit card payment and transfer it to the furniture store payments, and from the furniture store payments, when I complete those payments, transfer the furniture payment to the credit card payment. Once I completed this payment on the credit card number one, I transfer both the credit union, the furniture, and credit card payment to number one to credit card number two. I made an error here. It's actually credit card number two and then credit card number one. And last and not least, she decide now to, and imagining that these payments that she is paying before, once she clear them off, she is going to pay all of the money um, to the car loan payment, and that's how she come up with this plan to reduce her car loan business. This is the explanation that we want to give here now very quickly. So we have the scenario credit card payment, which is the true amount here, 500 per month religiously. But I have the example here of the extra $100 that she is working overtime for each month. She decided to put this on the credit card payment, which is $600 per month. She add 100 to the 5 up here and make it 6. So within 10 months, she did pay off her credit card, right? She happy, she's a happy camper, and she decided now to take the $600 payment and transfer it now to her furniture store payment. The furniture store payment per month, she religiously is paying these every month, as she also paid the credit card and the two credit card and the car loan and the credit union. Once she finished paid off the credit union, she transferred the 600 here together with the furniture store monthly payment of 555, right? 555 add 600 from the credit union, it come up to $1,155. By the end of this is batch payment number 2. By the end of 10 months, she paid 11,500, and batch payment number 3, she just had 3 more payments to make towards the furniture store of $1,155. It come up to $3,465, and the total payment within a 23-month span, she have accomplished that, and and have earned extra money of $565, and her total installment was $20,000, right? And she have earned um, much more less months than the 36 here. So we moving on here now to the card number 2. She took that same payment, credit union, the furniture, and payment number 4, she did the same thing here. She have the minimum 3% payment of 12,000 is 360. Look at here. This is her payment, and together with the credit union and furniture payment is in one here, and the total amount is $1,515. So this batch payment of 3 months, right, allowed her to clear off this loan when you add up when her payments that she make on a monthly basis, and she came over to $12,825, right? She reduced this payment of 26 months or 2 years and 6 months. She then now take the credit union payment again. She or then take the furniture payment. Then she took credit card number 2 payment she took, and then transfer those payment to credit card number 1. So she have the 300 minimum payment from credit card number 1. 3% of 10,000 is $300 together with uh, credit card number 2, also furniture store and credit union. It, these threes payment is $1,515, and the total is $1,815, and the batch payment of 2 months she have earned 3,630, and the religious payment she was making before, she have cleared that loan, and it come up to $11,430. Again, she did the same thing: credit card 1, credit card 2, furniture store, and the credit union payments, and she made a lump sum of batch payment of 33 months. 2,500 is her monthly installment for the car loan, together with credit card 1, 2, furniture store, and credit union payment. Everything is coming up to a total of $4,315, and she religiously paid this at 33 months, batch payment number 6, and within 33 months it come up to $142,395. Within 61 months of those religious payments she made, she have cleared off her car loan, right? And she cleared off her car loan in 5 years and 1 month. Michelle have done great. A matter of fact, she have saved 2 years. If we could save, she had saved 1 year and 11 months just by doing these things. So what Michelle is doing by the time while she's making these payments, she's going to TransUnion, she's showing them her receipts, making sure that no financial institution made any errors. And by doing these things now, her credit score will continue to grow because the banks is saying that she's paying on time. Higher purchase companies are saying she's paying on time, and TransUnion now is going to raise her credit score because she is paying religiously and on time. She already formed the habit of paying the loan, so when the time reached that she may able to acquire a mortgage, she already is comfortable in paying $4,315 being part of her mortgage, because she have religiously did that for 33 months. That is part of a system, right? And it wouldn't be hard for her to acquire a mortgage for her dream home. She also understood that just by putting in a little extra money, right, she could reduce her mortgage rate in order for her to pay for her home much faster. These these simple diagram, once we could develop the habit, will help us, will save us, and by the end of the day, it helps us to be financially free by the end, and know how to manage and have some control of our money. I want to respect you all if you stick it through to watch this video. I want to compliment you and and mention anything on the description that may able to help me improve my videos, and any recommendation whatsoever. If anyone out there is Excel's expert and want to do this sheet and for everyone to benefit, you could message me, put it on the chat, and by the end of the day, everyone can benefit from this. Okay, take care of yourself. Thank you.